Hello everyone, welcome to the Advancement Centre and welcome to the world of magic and miracles, where once again we gather in the outer reaches of the universe and here on Earth all at the same time, and we mingle with all the beautiful energies of our Creator in that world beyond worlds that we've managed to reveal to ourselves. As we feel the interaction, we start to grow once again, and all the activities within our body and within our field start to turn on at a level that we haven't felt before. It's very subtle initially, but you can feel your own field revealing that majestic being that is you, that being that is everywhere, and the being that is capable of everything. We've spoken about many interactions in the past, but this time it's quite unique. This time you are beyond all the limitations of the physical world. And you're beyond the limitations of the unknown and the limitations of wanting to know. Because everything is at your fingertips in the exact specification that you laid out before you entered the Earth's field. It may sound a little bit way out. The thing is, it's really way out. It's you, beyond all limitation, actually starting to come back into the Earth to stir up a few things, to bring life to all the gifts that you have already planted in the Earth, to bring life to people, to the family and friends that you have not seen for many centuries, and to bring life that has never been seen before into vision. All the things that you couldn't see before, that were right in front of your eyes, that you could actually feel, are now starting to reveal themselves in the manner that you wish, and in the unique way that only you know about. So as we play a little bit and the friendly fly buzzes me in the ear, we can continue to advance further and change all direction in a moment, in any moment, such that it's perfect for each of you individually. And we're on the edge of making things appear out of nowhere. In fact, it is happening, but you can't see it so well at the moment. But everything that you need, before you need it, appears in your field, such that you can feel the security of everything that you need before you need it. And in fact, your needs are fulfilled before the thought, before the mention of need. We're still here after all the various interactions we've had with the world that we thought may be disastrous, or maybe too much for us. And we're still here, and we're still going. And we're getting lighter and lighter, and everything is becoming easier and easier. Simplicity now is becoming the natural way of being. As it was with you as a child, simplicity always worked. Change the rules, make the rules, destroy the rules. Take no notice of any of them, or take notice of all of them. As you feel. This is the joy of being on Earth. And we're coming back into the Earth with a very, very serious project in our hands. Life. That serious project that I can't stop grinning about. Everything is so serious it makes you laugh. But that's what life is about. To have a laugh, to look at yourself and see yourself in other people's eyes and say, well, they have a very strange vision of me, because that's not what I am at all. I'm the only one who knows what I am, who I am, and how I work. And it doesn't get dragged down to a human level. It's way beyond that. It's in the eyes of your Creator, where you stand tall, and what seems like nothing turns into solidarity that you can feel in the atmosphere. We call them energies, we call them plasma, we call them all those things. But in fact, it's the millions and millions of interactions that you have with your Creator and with one another that actually produces the universe. So now you're in a position with a smile on your face, you can stand tall in the world and actually make a difference without having to get on the news or in front of a crowd. It happens because of who you are. And the expertise in making all this work is don't make it work, because it's already working. It's already perfect. And it's been perfected by you eons ago and prepared for this exercise in the physical world. So now you look into the field and the eyes of your Creator, and you see the sparkle, and you feel the response, and you know that that's the gift of 1 trillion entities that you're bringing into the physical world. That's the gift that's endless and continues to ooze from your being with a great pride that it's unique and totally uplifting to everyone. So to reach out to someone on the other side of the world without any communication apart from the one that works properly, that hidden connection between each one of us is the greatest feeling in the world. The instant feedback that says, yes, I connected and I made a difference. And it's not through the news or publicity, it's through an instant feeling that you have, 1,000,000 times a second. And you go out to those people, to those events, to the animals, to the trees, in a random manner that lifts each one. It's like the master juggling act, and everybody can do it. And it keeps you alive and bright, and it fires up your engine so that you have more energy than anything in the world, more capability than anything you know of, and not one obligation to do anything. It's simply how you are. You continue to give and to generate and to open worlds, to allow other people to enjoy their uniqueness and their presence in their own world. As we go further, you will start to understand that understanding comes in a package at the exact moment that it's needed. So you don't have to understand anything before you move. You simply move, step forward, announce yourself to your Creator, and watch what happens. You'll be more than amazed. You will start to feel very easy about everything, very light. And your energy field will grow to the extent your body might say, wow, this is too much. But it'll only do it for a little while. It's like holding your breath for a little bit longer than you're supposed to. Afterwards, you say, wow, that was a great achievement. At the time, you think you're going to die. So know that as you step forward, the changes will take your breath. But the effect of the changes will enhance you 1,000,000-fold. And as you feel your field interact with somebody else's, the beauty of the feeling and the knowing and the visual is something that you will never forget, even though it happens 1,000,000 times in a second. You will never forget. You'll never go to sleep on the job. You'll continually be enhancing everybody's world, everything in it, for no reason except that's how you're designed. That's how the inner desire in you actually emanates into every part of the universe. And so when you say love one another as you've never loved before, you can mean it, because you know it's as you've never loved before. It's with a power that's endless in all directions and in all dimensions. So we're now getting outside of the logical pattern that was laid out for us many years ago. And we're going directly into the most illogical pattern that's ever been attempted. It's never the same twice. You can't learn by it. You experience it. And you experience how to work it because you're an expert. You're a master of the workings of the universe, because it's your universe and your world and your presentation of who you are to you, not to anybody else. The old feeling of we're on the stage to present something or to achieve something and to go down in history is now out the window. We're already in history. We're already written up. We're way beyond anything that you'll ever see achieved on the physical plane. And we're already remembered. So all you're doing is bringing yourself back into your own vision, back into your own feelings, back into your own world, so that you start to sparkle and generate the gifts that you determined you were going to put into this world. And don't be surprised if you do the impossible and shock yourself because you didn't really put any effort into doing it. And you'll have an excuse. Oh, that must have been somebody else's input, or just a coincidence, or circumstances that just happen. But in fact, it's you. And you'll get used to that, and you'll multiply the events by so many that you'll be surprised. And you'll know that if you hold your hand up to stop something, it's stopped. Just like you would do with a child. If they're starting to say something and you put your hand up and you don't say a word, they stop. Because they know the feeling of the power that's emanated from your being that speaks in another language, in what I call the language of the stars. It's instant, it's clear, and it's understood before it's mentioned in words. So the exercise of proving to yourself that you know what everybody's thinking is not necessary, because you find out before they think. That transmission goes to every one of us in a language that we do know. Trust that, feel it, know it, and use it. And it's not just on the physical plane. It's everywhere at all times. And that conversation you have with yourself every now and then can come from all sorts of different places. By comparison to rules, by comparison to what somebody said. It won't be long before that voice disappears. And all you know is your own input. And you do not put yourself down because you don't have to have any comparisons. So the feeling of elation will override all the senses that you understand drive you right now. Because there are millions of senses that actually drive you. They're the ones that are still working when you're unconscious. They're the ones that work when you suddenly make a move to one side and find that you just avoided an accident. They're the things that make life work. And you don't have to find them because they're already there, already looking you in the face, and you've been using them when it's convenient. That convenience has been brought forward such that it's available continuously, where you attract those who you want to attract without switching on the charm, where you connect with those people you've been familiar with over the centuries, by a sense of magnetism that draws you together, maybe only for a second in a lifetime. But generally, you'll find you'll all start to gravitate to your own mystical families so that you feel good. You feel there's no need to fulfill any obligation because you're all enhancing one another's lives and you're not attempting to live in anybody else's world. So it's easy to leave your happy switch on and never switch it off. To play with a little bit of mischief and laugh at the result. To use your magic to change circumstance. To connect to someone in need, at a distance even, and bring health and well-being to them in an instant. Where someone's body is panicking, you can extend yourself straight to their field and settle them and walk on. Because you don't need any pat on the back. You've already had that. You're already known for your mastery. You don't know anything about bits of paper that say you're qualified, because there's nobody to test you except you. So give up the testing and get on with feeling the feeling of joy and elation that comes with every special day in your life and the life of those around you. And know beyond a doubt that you have the power to lift everyone off the ground and sit them on a cloud and say, go and have a good ride. Enjoy the mystery of the universe. Enjoy one another and enjoy the magic, just like this fly does. There's nothing to stop you. And the word limitation will disappear out of your vocabulary. We will not even be in that position where we have to show consideration, because it's part of our whole makeup. We include everything and we don't run into anything. We're precise, beautiful and exotic. We don't ruffle any feathers. We don't leave a footprint anywhere. The only footprint we leave is the glow of enhancement that we've added to wherever we've been. So the light that shines from your eyes will shine from every part of you. And you will be able to manipulate that energy field that looks like light and convert it into whatever you need. It can go into physical form. It can go into whatever shape, size, feeling you need. Because that is the magic that you're made of. And I've mentioned before that they've scientifically proven that what is actually happening in reality is controlled by what the observer looks at. And if there's no observer looking, it changes its form into a field. So many of the things that you think are solid are only solid because you're observing them. And that's why sometimes people can't see things that you can see. Or they put something down and it disappears because their whole attention of observing has gone away to something else. When they've come back to try and observe again, they're not switched into the same observation mode. And so the object is not there. So the reality can be changed from your presence in the world of your creator by total magic into anything you wish to observe. So play with the clouds, move them, change their shape. Allow your trees to look brilliant and to glow. Allow your house to be outstanding. The chair you sit in to hold your feeling. And be prominent as the master of your own world. And in saying that, we allow the energies to actually rise around us and engulf us just like sparkling water and lift us to wherever we wish to be, as if we were daydreaming. And then watch as it all appears around you. There's a lot more to say and a lot more to experience. And each time we gather together, we enhance our capability of gathering at least a small part of what we are. But you are now in a position to be all of what you are and not have to gather anything. So enjoy one another. And remember, our gift to you, with great feeling and gratitude, is that you have a perfect life, perfect health, and a really magic future. Thank you.